Go ahead, please. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out. Be seeing you.
What do you need? If you've got to travel by the Nine Divines, stay on the roads. The wilderness just isn't safe anymore. We've had sightings, you see. Farewell, citizen.
Why won't you die?
State your business. If you've got to travel, by the 9 Divines, stay on the roads. Move along.
A pleasure to speak with you. The people of Nibene consider themselves to be more civilized and sophisticated than Colovians. Aye, there's a bed free if you need it. It'll be 10 gold for the night. What do you say? Right then. Up the stairs in the back, and it's the last door at the end of the hall, straight ahead of you after turning that corner. Be seeing you.
If you're looking to buy a horse, go inside and talk to Klisa. I used to be a knacker. That's how I fancy my horses. Ripe, stiff, and silent. Hate it when they stare at me, dumb beasts.
The prophet speaks true. This is the start of something terrible. I can feel it in my bones. You should listen to him preach. He may sound crazy at first, but the longer you listen, the more sense he makes.
Do you believe any of that talk about more Oblivion gates opening all over the place?
Stop talking.
It's you. Hi. Welcome to the Horse Whisperer. Are you interested in a horse? While you're in Anvil, we'll treat your horse like an honored guest. Everyone's saying there's trouble at Kvatch. The whole town destroyed. Only a few survivors. We have the finest white horses in Cyrodiil. None are hardier, and only the black horses of Cheydinhal are faster. Come back if you change your mind. We are the only place in Cyrodiil where you can get the magnificent white horse. Good day.
Keep walking.
Do you want something from me?
Well...
Hello there.
Please, I'll fight again for the true faith. Will no one take up this holy crusade? Will no one walk the ancient pilgrim's way? Look well upon this chapel of Dibella. Look at the faces of the dead. This is your future. Evil has returned, and the Nine need a champion. The blood of Dibella's slaughtered acolytes cries out for vengeance. Vengeance! Who will take up this holy crusade? Pelinal Whitestrake once struck down the enemies of man and God. Who will now reclaim his relics and fight again for the true faith? The blood tide rises. The gate, once open, cares not
Spare a
who
coin
passeth
for the
through.
infirm.
Our ancient enemy has returned from the deeps of time to exact his revenge upon the gods. The gods, the 8 attendants of St. Pelinal, when he smote down Umaril the Unfeathered. Oh my! To what do I owe this honor? I am but a humble prophet. What business do you have with me? This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath. Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Aelids, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men. He was cast down by Pelinal Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived, and now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods. Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinal, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Aelids 3,000 years ago. Pelinal, with the aid of the gods, fought the Aelid sorcerer King Umaril and slew him. But Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned. Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala, umarale el nada rakuva. In the Aeliad tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat. Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusaders' weaponry? You would quest for the holy panoply of Pelinal Whitestrake? The legendary relics that have been sought by mighty warriors throughout the ages? Are you a worthy knight? A humble heart is a good starting point. The gods will decide if you are worthy to seek the relics. The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wish to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings. Walking the pilgrim's way is the traditional start of a holy quest. Follow the map I gave you, visit the way shrines of the 9, pray, and wait for a sign. Once there were 8 divines. Then Tiber Septim became Talos, and the 8 became 9. I followed the old way of honoring the 8 while also giving due to Talos, the one who ascended. The weapons and armor of Pelinal Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the 8 divines. He went alone into the White Gold Tower, challenged the Aeliad sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, but only cast beyond the bounds of Nirn. And now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by Pelinal himself with his dying breath. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. But alas for Tamriel, the Crusader's relics have been lost for many an age. Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics, where the greatest knights of legend all failed? He was defeated but not destroyed by Pelinal the Crusader. Now he has returned to seek vengeance against the gods. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
Didier Ormely, a ship's clerk. At present, I'm spending my time and gold on the pleasures of the Gold Coast. Many of Anvil's folk are directly or indirectly associated with ships and sailing. Sailors, shipowners, men made rich and poor by the sea trade, and the lonely wives of men who follow the sea.